public meeting for next June 28th, which you have on the consent agenda. You know how I feel about the consent agenda. Thousands and thousands of dollars being in one fell swap with nobody even knowing about it, people not even looking at it, and you couldn't even know what's going on unless you had an agenda. Then you probably don't. This one, of course, is on the June 28th one, and I'll read it. To consider the proposition to authorize a loan agreement and the issuance of general obligation capital loan notes not to exceed $13 million for the event center parking ramp and the Roosevelt Fire Escape project. I understand that. We're going to have a public meeting June 28th on that. What I don't understand, as you go further into the council sheet, on 26 you have a resolution declaring an official intent under Treasury Regulation 1.150-2 to issue debt to reimburse the city for certain original expenditures paid in connection with specific projects. Now that is so clear what we're supposed to do, but you can look at that packet that you give us, the 383 pages, if you can get through that, and I doubt if anybody else gets through that, except maybe Mr. Winnicky. What bothers me here is in that particular one that we have on the consent agenda, it said, the city shall issue bonds in 2011 in association with the Mays Island Parkade, the Roosevelt Hotel Fire Escape, and the Five Seasons Crown Plaza Hotel project. This resolution will allow for the reimbursement of city funds used to cover any expenses of budgeted bond projects paid prior to the issuance of the bonds. Okay, and you go a little bit further, and it says here, the name of the FY12 reimbursement projects is Mays Islands Parkade Repair, $400,000, being charged from expenditures from the Veterans Memorial Building, which I can imagine that would be since it's their parking lot. Then we got the Five Seasons Crown Plaza Hotel for $35 million, and that funds are going to come from the U.S. Cellular Center construction. And then last but not least, which is really what I'm asking about, Roosevelt Hotel Fire Escape. I don't know how many times you have to pay for that thing, but it's $1,300,000, and that's coming from the U.S. Cellular Center construction. Now, I thought we started at $600,000 to fix up that hotel back that we took down before we thought about it. So what's all this stuff? Who's going to explain this to me in real English? Maybe Chris? Will somebody send me an email and tell me which one of you people I can sit down with and have it explained to me? Because otherwise, you might as well close up shop. You might as well have this council meeting in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock. Who cares? Because if you don't get any answers, how is a person supposed to know? I'll bet you half the council don't know what's going on. Because I don't think they're as informed as anybody. There's about 4 or 5 people that know everything, and then there's a downtown bunch that know everything. So I would like someone, oh gee, I got a minute 27 seconds to go. I love this clock up here, you know, it doesn't rush me. And it's just, we have so much money that we're expending. And then this agenda, consent agenda, hundreds of thousands of dollars, like that, not to exceed business. This one won't go 100,000, not to exceed, not to exceed. We exceed it every time. There must be another word that we put in there. We hope we don't bypass this, but chances are we're going to. We've done it for 15 years, so it's not your fault. It's just the way that city council works, I guess, or doesn't work. Also, I just kind of went, I got 50 seconds. Who are you kicking off the lost funds person? Is that their thing up for renewal? I see on the council today, there are 2 people are being off the Lost Fund Committee. I just wondered why you didn't name them and thank them for being on the Lost Fund Committee. Thank you.
Next is